Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Born to Create. So Born to Create, guys, it's about creativity. It's about if who or what you want to be doesn't exist, go out there and create it. All right. So I got my guy here, Demetri, Marcel. How you doing, buddy?
Well, good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So thanks for coming by today. I really appreciate you coming by and blessing us with your presence.
Thank you for having me.
No worries at all. So Demetri is an entrepreneur. He's out there taking control of his life and really creating what he wants out of his life. So we're going to talk to him a little bit about what he's doing and see how he's born to create.
Born to create, born to live, born to survive, born to give. We born, hey, we born. Born to create, born to live, born to survive, born to give. We born.
So talk to us about basically what you do as an entrepreneur.
Well, first off, I'm a father, I'm a husband, so my first responsibility is to make sure I take care of my family.
Amen.
But I'm a real estate investor here in Southern California. I also invest in other parts of the U.S. as well. I'm also a licensed real estate agent here in Southern California. So kind of make my living with real estate, investing in the houses and helping people buy and sell houses as well.
Okay. So when did you actually say, hey, I want to get into real estate? Well, actually, when did you start figure out you want to be an entrepreneur and not really be stuck in the 9-to-5 grind, clocking in, clocking out? When did that start for you?
I couldn't give you an actual date, but it started, probably from the time that I was a kid. From out on the street selling lemonade.
Right.
With a buddy of mine up the street. But in college, I always knew that I wanted to be in some type of aspect dealing with finances. Whether it was showing people how to invest their money, different avenues like that. So for me, real estate just made more sense. And one night, my wife and I seen an infomercial late at night.
Which one?
And,
Which one?
You know what? I don't remember offhand.
Crossing Sheets?
It may have been Crossing Sheets
Okay.
or somewhere like that. I can't. So many came on late at night.
Yeah.
So, we seen that. It piqued my interest, and everything else is behind us at this point.
Well, real estate is I guess set to be the number one key to attaining, I don't want to say real wealth, but that long-term wealth, right?
Well, you know what? A lot of people don't understand is a lot of people make their money in real estate. Most people don't start out in real estate. They may start out in some different avenue or venture.
Right.
But for the most part, to maintain that money, to maintain that wealth, billionaires from Oprah Winfrey to you name it, they all invest in real estate in some way, form, or aspect. Again, a lot of these guys are out in technology, which is fantastic and great. But once they get that money, that large lump sum of money, you have to grow it some way. And real estate has always been the best avenue to do that, according to the IRS. Not me, according to the IRS, that's the best way to do it.
Okay. So real estate's been around for a long time. People have come, people have gone. What has kept you? Have you survived the market crashes, the ups, the downs? And because, like I said, people come in and come out. What have you done to survive the madness that's taken place in the market?
Well, to be honest, I'm not a master of anything, but I am very good with understanding strategy.
Right.
And in real estate, you have to master different strategies to adapt to the market. Sometimes fix and flip is in, sometimes buy and hold is in. Sometimes, for me specifically, now since I'm a licensed realtor, I can list and I can help people buy. So again, you've got all different type of strategies. Again, wholesaling, you have lease option, you have subject to deals.
Right.
There's tons of different avenues to go when it comes to real estate. Well, so when people tell me, you need to diversify and maybe invest here and invest there, I say, well, I've got 20 or 30 different ways I can make money in real estate.
Right.
I'm pretty diversified.
Right.
But again, that's just my opinion.
Right. So do you diversify or do you stick to one strategy at a time, or how thin do you spread yourself when you actually go out there and look for deals?
Well, I go where the market is going. Right now the market is hot. A lot of people are buying houses. Fix and flip is still a pretty good investment strategy, but I may wholesale some properties as well. And when I say wholesale, it's pretty much I find a property at a very deep discounted price, and then I may find an investor that wants to invest in that property, and I sell that contract.
So how have you kept yourself motivated in the down times? Because money was tight a while back. Banks were keeping inventory under control. So during that time, what's been your motivation to know that this is still something for you and you should be doing this long term?
Well, to be honest, my motivation is my wife and it's my kids.
Amen.
And that's probably a typical answer most people are going to give, but for me it takes on a deeper meaning. I got married when I was 26 and my wife was 32. At the time, I was single, I was a bachelor, and when I got married, I became a father. So, I became a role model. Beforehand, I'm not going to say I wasn't a role model, but I didn't have anybody looking up to me in the home to say like, hey, you're my example moving forward. So for me, it just took on, again, that completely different meaning. But my wife and my kids, my parents, I have three motivations instead of just one, actually. But again, wife and kids, my parents, because my parents did everything they could to raise us and to raise us good. They did everything they can with what they had. My job now, as I continue to get older, is to provide for them and to make life better for them and provide for them and my brothers and sisters as well. So, and then I also have friends and family. Some people out here that want to do some things. I want to be in a financial position to where if somebody that's close to me comes and says, I have this great business idea, I want to do it, and I don't have the fund, I want to be able to help them with that.
Right. That's good. So I think that's something that every entrepreneur wants to achieve, to achieve greatness so they can bless other people. And it's something that is definitely, and it shows true character, that you want to be that source to uplift other people that want to achieve what you're achieving. So good job.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
No worries. So Born to Create is more than just showing the finished product, more than just showing where you are now. Because there are people out there that are going through stuff, people watching right now that are looking at you like, whoa, he's there, he's made it, he's had no adversity, he's going through nothing. Talk to me a little bit about your adversity, you came up from somewhere, so this wasn't just the tip of the iceberg and no one sees the big part at the bottom. You've been through some things, and we're friends, so we share. Just share a little bit about what you've been through that made you strong enough to stay at this point and get here.
Wow, I could
go on forever.
I could really go on forever on that subject, but really pinpointing something. I'm not at the top yet. At least I'm not where I want to be. I'm getting close, which is a good thing.
It's a good thing.
But people don't know that me and my family, we suffered a huge loss. Before I was where I am now in real estate, me and my family lost everything. And there's some people that know that, there's some people that don't. But yeah, we lost everything. And when I say everything, our house got foreclosed on. Before it was popular. Now it's kind of, it's happening to people. And it's happening, let's not get it twisted. Some people think that it's only happening to people that are poor. It's happening to the people that's doing really good too. I was just looking at a $2 million foreclosure today. But yeah, we lost our house. We lost everything, our cars. We lost everything. I mean, it got so bad to where my wife was living in one place, my kids was living in another place. And at the time, me and my wife chose that we were going to actually go our separate ways. And I was living in a car. So I was homeless. And it was tough. Because I had these big dreams and I had these big visions, and it was said, oh, you're gonna be this and you're gonna be that, and I felt like, I was letting all of those people down. I was letting myself down. I let my family down, biggest of all, I let them down, and to see where I am now in comparison to where I was. You know what, when you're down that low, you just have to keep believing in what you were told. Keep believing in that vision that you have, because nobody's gonna push you when you're down.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna tell you you're gonna be here one day or there. You have to continue to encourage yourself during those hard times. And I went from being homeless to living in a hotel to relocating to California, where I actually got everything back. Me and my wife, we decided we were gonna work it out. The family, we got back together, you know, and yeah, man, it's difficult for me to talk about, but yeah, that was the journey, man. That's been since 2010. It's been a long journey, but man, we rebounded so good.
Yeah, you definitely did, I mean, it's said that we find the most clarity when we're at the bottom, because there's nothing there but us and our thoughts.
Yeah.
So I can see how that brought you back up to where you are now. I mean, and I can see it in your family, you know, your kids, your wife. I mean, everybody is looking and doing wonderful. So it's definitely a blessing to actually hear your story and in a sense be a part of it, you know, and because we've shared stories and talked, so it's definitely a blessing. So, you know, I know you spoke a little bit, but dig a little deeper into you're in the pits of despair. You're homeless. You're in a hotel, and I remember you told me a story about in a hotel there was a guy with a gun outside, you know, at the hotel, and when you're there, you think you have nothing else. I mean, you have family that's, you know, saying, hey, you can do it, but behind your back, you know, talking about you, not believing you. You know, I've been there. What can you say to encourage someone who's going through that and they have no support system? All they have is them, their thoughts, and their despair. What brought you out of that?
Man, you know, that's actually a tough question to answer. To be honest, man, I've always motivated myself. You know, going back to college, you know, going to elementary school, I've always been not my biggest cheerleader, but I've always known deep down inside that I can do whatever the next man can do.
Right.
Regardless of my situation, regardless of what I have financially, I understand that if I have a good idea,
right,
if I get around the right people, those ideas will manifest. And again, being down to, I mean, if you would have seen some of the places I was staying at, yeah, but like you said, I stayed in a hotel in Columbus, Ohio. It's one of those, it was like $199 a week where they've got the built-in kitchen, the hard bed, and it's harder. I mean, it's hard. Yeah, man, I don't know where it comes from. You know, I used to be an athlete in high school and college at the Ohio State University. I got to throw that in. But, you know, I went to the NFL Combine. I tried out for some NFL teams. Didn't quite make it. But you know what? I have no regrets. I went and, you know, I competed at the highest level. Didn't make a team like I wanted to. But, you know, I was able to compete at the highest level. So deep down inside, I've always known that, again, I have the ability to do anything that the next man can do. Everybody puts on their pants the same way, you know, unless somebody's putting them on for you. But yeah, you just have to believe in yourself and just keep pushing, man. And I've just always pushed. And success is always at the end if you keep pushing and you keep moving forward. You know, I understand what's behind me, but it's behind me. And those people that were talking about me, they're behind me.
They're behind you.
I'm not worried about it. So
good stuff.
Yeah.
When you're an athlete, you're sort of being taught that there will be those bad times. There will be times where you lose, where you won't win, and you may even, you know, not play that game because you know you're not good enough yet. And I think that also teaches athletes like you and I that's also something that we experience in the real world. You know, because the world is not our friend. You know, and then when we go through that training as an athlete, it prepares us in a sense to win battle. So I know for me, that helped me. You know, knowing that, you know what, you know, I remember when I was running track and you know, every race I came in first, but that last race I lost. I came in third. You know, and I was sad. I was like, you know, life is over. But transitioning into life when I experienced, you know, issues and adversity, you know, that actually helped me. So. You know, but I didn't know that you went to the combine. I didn't know that. So
sir.
you've achieved some major things in your life. I mean, that's something that people only dream of, just going to the combine.
I was just determined to go. So, you know, I went one year, I got an invite. I went back the next year, I got another invite. And, you know, I had some trials with a few teams, didn't quite, get where I wanted to.
Right.
But I don't have a regret about that. And that's the biggest thing, you know, with life. A lot of people go through life with regrets.
What if?
I don't regret that. You know, I had an opportunity, I took advantage of it, but again, when I got married in 2004, I still had an opportunity. It's actually one of the main reasons we got married in June, because my agent at the time said, look, you guys can't get married in October. You're going to be in somebody's camp. So y'all need to get married now. So we kind of got married early. But even at that time, you know, what was bigger than football was who was going to be my wife.
Right.
And those two little girls at the time, those were going to be my daughters, you know. And so that was bigger than football. And for me, again, that's the reason why my family is my motivation.
Good. And the theme I hear is like people fail in life. You know, people. You know, my son called me just recently, and he was upset because he felt like he was a failure because he didn't achieve a certain goal. And my question to him was like, well, are you giving up? Is that it? Are you done? And he said, no. I'm like, well, you only fail is when you give up and you stop.
Right.
If you fall and you get back up, you may have failed, but you're not a failure. You know, it's a big difference.
Right.
So it seems that people who are successful and achieve that level of success in their life have been through some crap, have been through some failure.
You know what? I think it's all about perspective. I mean, you kind of alluded to it. It's all about perspective. It's how you view things. You know what? If I make a mistake now, in the past I would have said I made a mistake. Now I just say, well, you know what? It's just getting me closer to my goal. Right. It's just all in how you view things.
Yeah. Perspective is everything.
Yeah.
You know, glass half full, glass half empty.
Exactly.
How do you see it?
I don't.
You don't see it?
I don't see it at all. The only thing I'm seeing is my goal.
Amen.
That's it.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, forget the glass. You know,
forget the glass.
I'm just trying to. You know, I've got a goal to get here, and I'm right here, and I've got this much work I still have to do. And once I get there, I don't stop there. I keep going.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So what's next? I mean, in your business, what are you working on right now, as far as business?
Right now, you know, I'm kind of working on being a real estate agent.
Okay.
I'm still investing, you know, but I'm trying to get more of my team together to get it automated so that I'm not so much in the business every day as I am right now. Working on a couple of nonprofit organizations as well with my wife. One of those being a lupus awareness organization. And then, you know, I'm going to be writing a couple books. I've started, but I just haven't finished yet.
Nice.
So,
well, make sure you get them so we can put them in the link so people can go buy those, go buy that book. Yeah, no problem. So now it's time for the lightning round. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so I'm going to grab my phone and get these questions to you. So, real easy, simple. Whatever comes to mind first. All right.
I'm not gonna look. I'm not.
So, you were given the mandate that you can watch one sport for the rest of your life. Okay, football or basketball. All right.
Yeah.
Now, would it be Ohio State football or Ohio State basketball? You got to choose.
Ohio State football.
Football.
All day.
All day. Okay.
All day.
Easy one, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy.
All right. Let's see. Next one. Beef or chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Bentley or Rolls Royce?
Bentley.
Bentley. Nice. All right. Here's one for you. What if Batman gets bit by a vampire? What will happen?
If Batman gets bit by a vampire?
Yeah.
Still be Batman.
Be Batman? Hey. yes. Maybe a stronger version of Batman. But be Batman.
They both bloodsuckers, right?
So, thank you, my man. I love having you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, Demetri, Marcel, check them out, real estate investor. So, guys, thank you for watching Born to Create. We had a blast with the show today. So, we'll see you guys in the future. Have a good one, guys. Bye.